Let us start. Good morning, students. Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a good weekend. How are we doing this morning? How are we?
Morning.
Are we doing well? Beginning of the week, mathematics. One more lesson on decimals. One more lesson on decimals before we move on with the next chapter. So, for decimals, we're going to do some exercises today. We've done all the theory. So today we just do some practice exercises. So we can write a test, which is coming soon. Okay. So are we ready? Yes, I am. Are we ready? Yes, I am. Early morning. Let's quickly just run through all of our theory again. Make sure we are fully aware and understand everything. So our vocabulary, firstly, we had whole numbers, which were about tens and our ones on the left-hand side of the decimal point. Next, we have decimal, which means a number which is not complete, is not whole. So therefore, we add a decimal point. And to the right of the number, we have our tens, hundreds, thousandths. Right. And convert is changing the decimal. If we convert, we change the decimal to a fraction or vice versa. And between, you have two numbers, you have to put a number between two numbers. Okay, so converting a decimal to a fraction, how do we do it? We take the numerator, okay, not for this one. We look at our decimal digits. How many do we have? So on the right of the first one, we have one digit. So if we have 1, we use 10. If we have 2, we use 100. And if we have 3, we use 1,000. Okay, very straightforward, very basic ones we've looked at. And converting fractions to decimals. Here we have to take the numerator and divide with the denominator. So if you look at the 5 and the 10 on top of each other, the easiest way to remember is just to let it fall flat, where your numerator is on the right and your denominator on the left. If it falls, boom, then we just add our long division and then we start dividing. And then we obviously, when we cannot divide, we add a decimal point and a 0. And then we add a 0 when we keep dividing. Okay. So this is going to be our exercises for today. We're going to look at some different types of exercises. First, changing from decimal to fraction, and then from fraction to decimal. Our first one is 6/10. There's one number here, 1 0. And this will become 3/5. Okay, well, this morning I want you guys to participate and to help me so we can answer these questions. So let's look at the second one. What do we think will the second one be? What will be the numerator of this second one? What's the numerator? 36, yes, over 100. Very good, Namnyang. And what about making it smaller? We have to simplify. We make it smaller. How do we make it smaller? We have to, if you want to make smaller, divide by 4. Divide by 4. Oops. Sorry. Divide by 4 equals 36 divided by 4 equals 9/25. Okay, so you have to make them smaller. Yes, number 3, 55 over 100. Very good. Let's make it smaller. What are we going to divide by? Yes, definitely divide by. Divide by 11. Are we sure? What are we dividing the 55 and the 100 by? Number 3. Divide by what? To make it smaller. By what are we dividing to make it smaller? What do we have to make smaller here? Come, first finish number 3. We have to finish number 3 before we carry on. Look at number 3. How do we make number 3 smaller? By dividing by what number? Divide by 5. Divide by 5. Always make it smaller, which will give us 11 over 11 over 20. 11 over 20. Very good. Okay, this one here is correct. This one here is correct. What about number 4? Yeah, the number 4. This one is correct as well. Cannot divide. Take away this one. 28 over 100. We can make it smaller. We can also make 6 over 100 smaller. Let's make them smaller. Let's make them smaller. How do you make 28 over 100 smaller? How do we get 28 over 100 smaller? Divide by what? What are we going to divide by? You divide by 2. Yes. 2 to give us 14 over what? Uh, 14 over 50. 14 over 50. That's 1550. And then we have to divide this number. Number 4, we have to divide by 2 again to get to 7 over 25. It's the final answer here. 7 over 25. Okay. So this one we're finished. We're finished with this one. We're finished with this one. Finished with this one. This one. This one. This one was 6 over 100. Number 7 was 6 over 100. But we have to make it smaller. We have to make it smaller. 6 over 100. Make it smaller. Yes, Porsche. Let's see what you're doing here. Number 8. Divide by what? Divide by 2. Yes. Very good. 1 over 5. Very good, Porsche. That is correct. Well done. Well done. 9 over 10. Can we divide 10 by 3, Jasmine? Can we divide 10 by 3? 3 over 50. Very good. 9 over 10 is already on its smallest form. So this one is correct as it is. We cannot divide 10 by 3. Okay. What about 81 over 100? What about number 10? Let's just clear some of this up. So this one was correct. Yeah, so we finished this one. This one is correct. We finished it. I'm just erasing some of to make some space. Some of the ones we already completed. Okay, 8 over 10 divided by 2 equals 4 over 5. Yes, very good. This is correct. Correct. Okay, we still have a couple to do here. We still have number 10 to do. We have number 9, number 11, number 15, and number 14 to do. Yes, this one is also correct down here. Beautiful work. Well done. So let's quickly do the ones that I circle. The ones that I draw a circle. Let's see what we can do there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. We have 5 left. Let's see if we can do them. Number 10, 9, 11, 14, and 15. Let's see who can do them. Okay, the ones we have finished, I'm just erasing. So we have some more space. So please also do the ones I made a circle. So the ones I made a circle or drawing a circle around it, we have to do that one, do number 14, do number 9, number 11, and number 15. We still have to do these ones. Who's gonna try them? Who's gonna try them? Come on, let's go. Let's go. We have 5 left. Let's go. Who's gonna do them for me? Who's gonna do them?
Student, can you try?
안녕하세요, 여러분. 우한입니다. 이 저기 거슬에 이전 한가운 세상에 내가
52 over 100.
너무 많고
Jasmine, do number 15. Jasmine, do 15.
내가 되는데
51 over 50.
약간 비교. 그래도 달라요.
That's correct. 51 over 50. That's correct, Leon. Well done. Number 14. We are finished with number 14. Okay.
핑크색아.
41 over 50. Ah. That is correct. Well, on pause, that is correct. What about this one, Jasmine? We have to make it smaller. Make it smaller. 76 over 100. Make it smaller. So we have number 9 and number 10. Number 9 and number 10 left. What is our answer going to be between number 9 and number 10?
저는 정말 맛있는데 이건 호불호가 엄청
Yeah,
많아요.
38 over 50. Can we make it even smaller? I think we can make it even smaller.
안에 풍요해요.
38 over 50. What's the top one? What's the top one here? 25 at the bottom, yes. 19. 19, yes, very good. 19, very good. Excellent work. Two more, two more. Number 9 and number 10. 2 more for this exercise.
처음에는 물랑과 우리보다 식감이 조금 더 쫄깃, 겉에 막이 좀 더 쫄깃하다고 하거든요. 이게 훨씬 맛있어요. 이게 훨씬 진해요.
This one's a little bit tricky. What do you think? Can we make them smaller? Can we make them smaller? It's correct. This one is correct. It's no use to try and make them smaller. There's no number that goes into 100 to make them smaller. Okay, very good. Well done. Oh, someone is watching some adverts there. Next one. Next one.
น้องพอไปตากเก็บทิ้ง
Next one is the opposite. We have to change the mixed number into a decimal. So how do we do that? Let me do the first one as an example. So the 17 stays. 17. The whole number stays a whole number. After the whole number, we put a decimal point. And then we put 4/10 is 0.4. So this is 17.4 is our answer for the first one. If you have a piece of paper, you can do the long division. But I want us to write the answers. How many do we have? Let's see how many we can do before the time runs out. We have about 15 to 20 minutes. Let's see how many we can do. So you can try and answer any of them. Let's see which ones you can do. You can try on the board now. Very good. Very good, Pong. Very good. That is correct. Oh, that is correct. Very good. Very good. 62.35. Yes, that is correct. 88.93. That is correct. 54.84. It's correct. It's correct. That's correct. That's correct. This one not finished. 41.9. Finish. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. This one. So I want to look at a few more complex examples. 0.01, yes, correct.
Where answer?
And so now take it away because we all had him, all of them correct. You understand this one. Very basic. But I wanted us to look at some other examples of more tricky ones.
Answer the number one.
Which one? Which number one?
What?
This one.
What?
All of these were correct. The last one they put 0.1 also correct. If you look at the following example. How will we simplify this one? Who wants to try and simplify this one? Or to convert this one to a decimal?
Decimal.
Make this fraction of this mixed number a decimal. Who wants to try? Who wants to try?
23.4
23.4.
Right. Is that a correct answer?
No. Unfortunately, that is not the correct answer. Let's simplify the 3/12 first. So this answer is also 23 and 1/4. And if we do our division, 4 divided by 1. Put a dot and a 0, give us 2. 8. That's 2. Put another 0, will give us 5. So this will be 23.5. 23.25, sorry, 23.25. Remember, the whole number stays the same. You just have to convert the fraction to a decimal. Okay. And we know how to convert fractions to decimals. Let's first look at basic examples of how to convert fractions to decimals. 4/5. 7/9. 8/14. Convert these three numbers to decimals for me, please. Convert these three numbers to decimals, please. Some students. Let's try. Convert these three numbers here to decimals. I want these fractions converted to decimals. 1, 2, and 3. Convert fraction to decimal. I'm waiting. Who wants to try the first one? Whom do you want to try the first one? Do the first one for me, please.
No,
Why?
because I am dumb.
You are done with what?
I am dumb with mathematics.
No, you cannot be done yet. You're only here for 20 minutes. What about the other 20?
Do number 1, right?
Yes.
Do you?
Number 1. And number 2, who wants to do number 2? Or should I choose someone?
You have to divide.
Yeah,
You have
whom will
to
do number
divide,
1?
right?
Yeah, divide, yes. Okay, Jasmine already gave you the answer there, 0.8. Okay, number 2 and number 3. Let's just show the calculation. I'll do the calculation. Yes, let Boom show us how to do the calculation. Wait. 5, 4. Okay. So let's see. Yes. 7 is 63. Very good. That's 7. Yeah, it won't stop. It won't stop. It is a recurring fraction. But let me see what you do. How do we show that a fraction keeps going, or a decimal keeps going on? For example, how do we show that number 2, the answer is 0.77777. How do we show that to the exam teacher? How do we show the teacher what our answer is? if you have a number that is too long and it goes on like 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7, we do 1.7. We add another 7 and we put a line. We put a line on top of the second 7 to show that that number 7 is going on forever. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Okay. Let's look at this one.
Why answer always be and stop answer?
It depends on the question. If I give you 1/3, your answer will be 0.333333333. If I ask you 1/5, there will be 0.555555555. If I ask you 1/7, it will be 0.777777. So it depends on the question. Like even 8/14, it seems very simple. You can even simplify it to 4/7 and then do the calculation to make it clear. But this one is 0.571 and there's different numbers. So it also depends on rounding. That we did Friday. So if this number at the end is a 1 and we have to round to the first 2 places, then this number stays a 7. So this number will be 0.57142 something. It's more numbers there. It's a very long number. It will end up. It won't stop, but it depends on the teacher when you have to stop. You have to read your question. Your question will tell you when to stop. So now we converted these few to decimals. Let us look at two more. Let's see who's going to be the star student of the day. Who can do them? Convert these two fractions to decimals for me, please. Let's see who can do them the fastest. Let's see who can do them the fastest. Let's do these two. Quickly. We're almost finished. Who's gonna nominate? Okay, we haven't. Who am I gonna nominate? Let's see. Porsche, can you do number 1 for me? Porsche, do number 1 for me, please. And number two. How about Namnyang? Can you do number 2 for me? Namnyang, can you do number 2 for me, please? And Porsche, do number 1. Porsche 1, Namnyang number 2 for me, please. Let's see what the answers is. $24.63. Let's see the calculation. 11 divided by 7 with our decimal point and our 0. We have first one is 6. We get to 66. We have how many left? 4. We add a 0. Divide by 4 will give us 3 equals 33. 33 minus 40 equals 7. Back to 7. So it's another 6. So let's see your final answer. If I say round to the nearest hundredth, I mean round to the nearest 3. So if we have a 3 here, but we have a 6 here, what will happen to the 3? If we have to round up, if we round up, this becomes a 0, falls away, and this becomes a 4. 24.64. Very good. The second one is correct. What about number 2?
Student, can you try number 2?
Number 2. We only have 3 minutes or so left. Do number 2. Then we can recap. Tomorrow there will be a test tomorrow. Number 2, come on, number 2. I want someone to do the calculation for me on the board. Very good, you guys. Very good. 16, yes. Let's see, work fastest. Yes, 4. Yes. Very good. 19 to 5. Excellent work. Excellent work. Well done. Well done. So that is basically what we looked at in decimals for this chapter. There are some other ones. We'll quickly look at rounding again tomorrow morning. But after that, maybe for 10-15 minutes, we look at that, and then we will start writing a test in the classroom. So I will prepare a test, and we can start it in the classroom on Google Forms. Because the previous test, not a lot of you actually send the test. So we didn't have the test. So especially for reading, we struggle to get the test. So tomorrow we'll do it in the class. But we'll first do some short little bit of what we did in the beginning and rounding, just to make sure we can answer all questions. Okay. Anyone want to play rock, paper, scissors? Now would be the time. If you want to play, please turn on your camera.
I want.
สวัสดีครับสมาชิก
No, English. Okay. If you are ready, if you can't show your camera, send your answer in the chat. Send your answer in the chat. Okay. Are we ready? Have you
Turn
warmed
on
up?
camera.
Have you warmed up?
Are you ready?
Scissor, paper, rock, rock, scissor, paper.
ทำไมหน้าแม่ไปอย่างนั้น
Are we ready? Yes, I am. Are we ready? Yes, I am. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go.
โอ้กล้องหล่น
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Yay!
It's only Boom that won me. Yay!
always beat
Congratulations.
you because I am pro.
I think you always
Jasmine,
beat me because
same.
you look my answer. What a Jasmine? Oh, Jasmine at same as me.
ปานันทัศน์ same
But only Puma beat me today. Thank you very much, guys. Well done. I will speak to you guys a little bit later for English. Have a good day. Bye bye.
ได้ยินชัดไหมครับ